This is a long-standing problem for Russia and is affecting the Ukrainian military more as it grows. Both armies may struggle to produce more officers as they continue combat operations. The difference between an army and a well-armed band often depends on the presence of good non-commissioned officers. The same applies to personnel work, ensuring that combat operations are properly planned, synchronized and supplied. Russia and Ukraine are learning this lesson as they field newly formed armies of inexperienced soldiers who need cadres of skilled and experienced officers to be effective. Both Russia and Ukraine have struggled to build offensive combat forces in 2023, Jack Watling, a defense expert at Britain's Royal United Services Institute think tank, wrote in a recent commentary. Heavy attrition of experienced junior officers and trained field-level personnel limited the scale at which offensive action could be synchronized. The Ukrainian military had the unenviable task of absorbing a constant stream of inexperienced replacements to make up for losses while training its forces in new Western equipment and tactics, while mounting a counter-offensive against the strong Russian defenses. Ukrainian soldiers at a headquarters, the basement of a building in Bakhmut, April. Further complicating issue is fact that Ukrainian headquarters unit in field can control only a fraction of troops under its command. You actually have brigade commands commanding about 2 companies at a time, Watling said on a recent War on the Rocks podcast. In many armies, a brigade headquarters is responsible for approximately 15 combat companies, as well as support units. In modern warfare, these headquarters units must coordinate maneuver fire with multiple weapons, while providing air support and resupply, coordinating operations with neighboring formations. The answer is that if they do that, things start to lose synchronization. Instead, assertive armored assaults. Ukraine has moved to short bite and hold attacks by small units, responding to both synchronization problems and the difficulty of massing forces while under the watchful eye Russian forces armed with long-range drones, artillery, and guns, and missiles. Via for Ed Ram Washington Post. The situation may be a little easier for Russia, which has switched from attack to defense on most of the front in Ukraine. Holding a trench line is less burdensome for small personnel and inexperienced troops than launching an attack against a well-established opponent. However, Russia must know better than most the importance of good officers. Despite being numerically superior, the Red Army's lack of officers and staff hindered its effectiveness against German forces on the Eastern Front in World War II. Although the Soviets were adept at planning strategic-level operations such as the Stalingrad offensive, German battalions and regiments commanded by officers encouraged to take initiative regularly outmaneuvered their Russia.